Hi, today we're going to learn how to use a test in Google Form to assess our students. This is a great way to get your students used to using the computers to respond to technology-driven quizzes and tests. But not only that, you can get some really great feedback on what your students know and how the class is understanding the material. To begin, you go to your Drive, go to New, More, and Google Forms. This will bring up a Google form for you. The first thing you want to do is title your form. I made a literary elements test. And as you see, I put the title in here, and the title also respawns up there, and it saves automatically. The very first question you want, which I frequently forget, are student names. We'll go with first name. And over here, it's not a multiple choice. We can change our selection of the question style. First name will be a short answer. Here I click to make it a required question. And then I go over to the side here and I add another question. Now I'm going to put in last name. Again, short answer, required question. And finally, I want to know what class period they're in. It helps me to sort it out later. This time, I think I'll use a drop-down box. This way, when they open it up, they'll have a list of options. Pick my students. Okay. I want to make this a required question also. I'm going to put a title in here to let them know that the quiz is beginning. And we're going to start with the multiple choice. And I'm ready to add my first question. Like a lot of teachers, I have my test in a Microsoft Word document. And here it is. Any students who are viewing this, I just want you to know this is not the actual test. I created this simulation just for this video. Don't try studying these questions. So this is my test in Microsoft Word. I copy the first question, Control C, and I go down here to the question. I Control V, and it is there. It is a multiple choice question. I'll let that there. And I will come in and again, copy, and here are my options, paste. And there are their four choices. Required question, and I want to add a second question. Same idea. Go in, you copy the question, come down, paste it, copy the choices, and paste those in. Very simple to do. I'm going to put a title in here again to separate, and this time I'm going to make a section of the test called matching. Adding my first question. Scrolling down in my test, I have 4 questions that are matching and 4 choices. I, just like I did above, copy and paste it in. Take out my numbers. And this time I think I'll use checkboxes. They can just check which one they want. I'm going to copy and paste my choices in. Now, since I have the same 4 choices for all 4 questions, I can come click this little set of boxes and it'll make the same exact question again. First, make it required. And as you see, I have the question twice. I just take out the first question and copy in the second one. This saves a lot of time, so I'm not repasting all of the ideas in. It's already required. Duplicate it again, take this one out, put the third one in, and duplicate it and finish with the last one. Done. I'm going to put another title section in here because I'm moving to a different style of test question. And this one I'm going to call open-ended. I want to give you an idea of what other options you have. So we have a test question. This time the question has absolutely nothing to do with literary elements, but I wanted the opportunity to use a date. Copy my question in. And I go over here, and if you scroll down, there is a date option, and it forces the students to put in a month, a day, and a year. Make that one required. I'm going to put in a second question. This question is asking for a 5-word response. Not very long, but is going to need more than one word. This would be a short answer question. And as you see, it pops up here, and they can type in their couple words to answer that question. One more. This question is asking for 3 to 4 sentences, pretty much a paragraph. And it's a much longer response. And I can go down here, up here, and put in paragraph as the option. Now that I have all of my test questions in here, a couple other things that I can add. One of the things my students really enjoy is using the colors. If you're working as a team in a school, each subject level could have a color. Maybe English would be red, science could be blue. But the students really get a kick out of the illustrations. There's tons of seasonal ideas in here, non-seasonal ideas. Some are just decorations, humor, or whatnot. I think that giraffe licking ice cream looks like a good option. I'm going to select him, and it'll put that in there. Finally, you want to add some settings so that the students are limited into what they can do. If I click automatically collect respondents, the students will get a response email with all of their answers and a copy of the test. I've learned not to send that one because it would ruin the validity of my test. You want to make sure students can only respond once and they can't get back in and change their answers. And something I do like to do is to shuffle the question order. This will only shuffle in between the title breaks. That's one of the reasons why I added it in. This way students are all on the same question at the same time. And I save it. Now to share this test with the students, I can go to send, and I can send it as an email. So if it's just to a couple students, I can type their email addresses in here and it sends it off. Most often I use a link, and I copy this link and take it into my email, open up my contact groups. I have like all of my first period students in a group, all of my second period students. I go in, type in literary elements test in the subject. Here's the link, paste it in, and I send it off to them and they can respond. Using these tests are very beneficial. You can go over to the responses, and as of right now I have no responses, but there are diagrams here. I'll show you those in a later video. Good luck testing on the computers. Google Forms is quick, easy, and simple, and a good practice. Thank you.